So, you've put together a nice fortune of $20,000 and realize that it doesn't go so far when you want to buy cars that are on your posters. That's okay. Today, in 2023, we're going over the best cars you can purchase under $20,000 that will be reliable, practical, fun to drive, and hold their value. And the fact that you're not financing a car, especially this year, you're a genius. Now, all of these cars are going to be newer cars. I'm not dealing with an old used garage, okay? So we're dealing with newer cars, better parts, and we are breaking this list into two parts. Part one is for the proper man or woman that wants a respectable image. You know, that educated, I indicate before I turn, and I probably won't cut you off on the road kind of driver. The second part of this list is for the person who thinks going 99 in the left lane is still too slow and probably also won't bother in indicating and also doesn't really care if they get to their destination. Let's start with a car suitable for the first type, the 2021 Kia Soul. Now, it might not be the flashiest car out there, and it doesn't offer all-wheel drive, but for around $20,000, it's a solid choice. Two main reasons stand out. It's easy to buy and maintain, plus it's super reliable. Despite its smaller size, it can hold quite a bit of cargo, and it comes with an impressive 100,000-mile or 10-year powertrain warranty, which is double what most others offer. Now, beyond being practical, this car has some style. Inside, it's got character and a sense of class that appeals to modern tastes. The driver sits higher up than expected, giving a great view through the large windows. Plus, there are loads of features. A 10.25-inch screen that supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, for example. The base model's 2-liter engine might seem modest with 147 horsepower, but the automatic transmission makes good use of its power. It's important to note that this isn't an outdated 147 horsepower engine from 2005. It's using the latest technology from Kia, which is currently considered a top innovator. If the Kia Soul doesn't grab your attention, maybe the 2021 Trailblazer will. It's also an easy-to-find option and costs just under $20,000. Experts and people who've driven it really like this car. It looks better than the Kia Soul, both on the outside and inside. Inside, it's sportier and more interesting. You get a 7-inch touchscreen for music and stuff, plus a fancy two-tone sunroof, just like the one in the Maybach luxury car. But because they added so much tech, Chevy had to save money somewhere, and they did it with the plastic parts. If you tap on the plastic, it might feel a bit cheaper compared to other cars. But considering all the cool tech and smart design, I think it's okay. Under the hood, you've got two engine options, but to keep the price under $20,000, you'll probably get a 1.2-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine that makes 137 horsepower. There's a stat about torque, but let's just say it's not that important. Basically, the Trailblazer is good enough for driving in busy traffic without causing any big problems. It's like getting a seal of approval for driving on the I-95 highway. Up next is the 2021 Kia Forte, a compact sedan. It's not as spacious as some others, but it's really good looking. Actually, it's the best, if you ask me. You'll notice it shares some cool things with the Kia Stinger, which is awesome because the Stinger looks amazing on the road. The Forte doesn't have many standout features, but that's totally okay. It's a solid, safe car with great phone connectivity, even in the basic model. And here's the best part. It's great on gas, especially these days when that really matters. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with 147 horsepower, just like the Kia Soul, but it handles better, brakes better, and feels snappier. But please don't try to race it. Moving on to the 2016 or 2017 Honda Civic. Listen up, people, you can't go wrong, especially if you're on a budget and looking for a car made after 2015. The Civic gives you loads of choices, from a 4-door sedan to a 2-door hatchback. And let us tell you, even though it might cost a bit more, the Type R looks pretty cool. You know what we mean? But the 2016 or 17 model, the interior features might disappoint you if you go for the cheapest models. You'll miss out on the fancy screen for entertainment and Android Auto, plus Apple CarPlay. Even though the engine is great and it hardly ever breaks down, considering those missing features, I'd put it lower on the list. In the final slot on this list for sensible drivers, they used to suggest the Toyota Camry or Corolla a few years back. However, due to some financial changes, those cars now cost over $22,000, even for the basic model. So, they're not part of the list anymore. Instead, for 2023, they recommend the 2016 or 2017 Toyota Prius. They don't want to elaborate much on it and prefer not even to discuss it. But if nothing else seems right and someone still wants a hint of respectability on the road, The Prius might be worth considering, although they personally prefer not to look at it. However, they swiftly move on to the next part of the list, tailored for a different kind of driver, the adventurous ones, the enthusiasts. This section kicks off with the 2015 BMW 4 Series Coupe. Now prepare to spend a pretty penny, but do it in style. The 4 Series is famous worldwide. Everyone knows this car. Even the 2014 model has serious road presence. You can roll up to any car meet and feel proud. It's loud enough to turn heads, maybe even louder than a standard Lamborghini. The 2014 4 Series runs on a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that packs 240 horsepower and 255 pound-feet of torque. Not bad, right? It's a BMW after all. The base model also includes a 6.5-inch infotainment system for navigation and music, though it might lack rear cameras. So, when snagging an older BMW, check those back bumpers carefully. It's surprising how important they are, and if you point it out, the dealer might offer a bigger discount. Keep an eye on those bumpers. It could save you some cash. Been there, done that. As for the interior, the seats are decently comfy, but the cabin feels a tad cheap. It's dark and a bit cramped. The back seats? They'll fit people, but comfort fades after 20 minutes. Next on the list, the 2017 BMW 3 Series. No need for introductions here. If you crave a German-made driving experience, love the idea of modifying your car intensely, and don't mind catching heat from cops and fellow drivers, this is your ride. The 3 Series, especially the base coupe models, is a bit less sporty than the 4 Series, but it offers more room in the back, though riding in the back might put lives at risk. Like the 4 Series coupe, the 3 Series comes with xDrive, BMW's 4-wheel drive option. In 2017, the 3 Series boasted one of the best 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engines, pumping out 248 horsepower and hitting 0-60 in under 6 seconds. Impressive even by today's standards, especially for under $20K. Oh, and for those who care, it can go 34 miles per gallon on highways. Just a tidbit to consider. For those who want a respectable image on the road, the 2021 Kia Soul stands tall. It might not be the prettiest or offer all-wheel drive, but it's a solid buy under $20K. It's reliable and comes with a whopping 100,000-mile or 10-year powertrain warranty, double what most cars offer. Plus, it's got character and class inside, with a spacious feel and impressive features like a 10.25-inch screen supporting Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The base model's 2-liter engine with 147 horsepower might seem modest, but the automatic transmission maximizes its potential with modern tech, a far cry from a 147 horsepower engine from 2005. Kia's innovation puts it at the top of the list. During that time, BMW cars were known for their amazing performance on the road, but their interiors were not so great, filled with cheap materials. This opened the door for another German brand to step up in the world of racing. The third car on this list is the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Let's clear something up. It's not about gangs. This car is for those who want to feel fancy whenever they head out to their local Whole Foods. Compared to the BMW, the Mercedes-Benz C-Class has a much better interior. Mercedes has a reputation for top-notch technology and quality, and this car reflects that. It's more comfortable too. However, you might miss the tight steering and control that the BMW offers. The design of the C-Class takes inspiration from the higher-end E-Class and S-Class, giving it a really elegant look with sleek sports lines. Inside, it's just beautiful. And the best part is, you get a lot of technology and comfort for less than $20,000. But like any German car, maintaining it can be costly compared to the cars mentioned in the first part of this list. Also, chances are your warranty is already run out. Let's talk about more cars you can snag under $20K. Now, the Kia Soul, the 2021 model, kicks us off. It might not be the prettiest or have all-wheel drive, but it's reliable and practical. Plus, its warranty is a big deal, covering you for a long time. Inside, it's got a cool vibe and lots of tech, like a big screen that hooks up to your phone. The engine might seem weak, but it's pretty modern and works well with the automatic gearbox. Kia's ahead in the tech game, so that's a plus. Moving on, there's the Ford Mustang, the American muscle car from 2016 and 2017. This one's for those who live and breathe pure muscle power. It's a bit cheaper, but upkeep can be pricey. The 2016 model lacks some cool features, unlike the 2017 version, which has line lock mode for epic burnouts. It offers different options, from manual to automatic, and packs a V6 engine with lots of power. Now let's shift gears to the Dodge Charger. More power, bigger size, more seats, and did we mention more power? It's a beast with loads of horses under the hood. If you're into horsepower and space, this might be your pick. But if you fancy a smaller, sleeker ride with a touch of luxury, the Mustang's your bet. Both can be found under $20K, but we'd stick to 2016 or newer models. Choosing between the two, Charger for power and space, Mustang for a compact coupe with a bit more elegance. But seriously, don't get an old Corvette unless you're a car expert. Anyhow, if you're into these discussions, hit that subscribe button for more on this channel. Till next time, take care and happy car hunting.